Hello, thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to assemble the slide and stand card. And they're pretty cool because when they arrive at their destination, they make a cute decor piece as well. So it's pretty intuitive. The cards arrive in the mail flat, just like this, okay? And then when the recipient gets them, they just kind of open up. You can just pop it up. It's pretty intuitive. Everyone's going to love this, and they're so easy to assemble. These cards have been around for quite a while, but I hadn't seen any SVG designs for them, so I think that they'll be a lot of fun. They are decorated on the front as well as the back, and I've included a sentiment panel in all of them. Right now, the collection includes 4 cards. We have our haunted house, we have our little ghost, and you can see that that's decorated on the bottom as well, so that when it comes, you know, it comes cute. It's decorated all over. We also have Winter Bear, who's just sweet as could be, and he pops out of a little snowflake. He pops out of a little snowflake. And then we have our holiday gingerbread house, which is non-denominational, pretty darn cute, also decorated on both sides. A little sentiment panel, perfect for stamping or writing a personal sentiment. And this one has a little decorative piece at the front and a cute little element right there at the top. Okay, so today we are going to put together the haunted house. So let's get busy. Okay, to put together the haunted house, first we're going to talk about the base. The base comes in sections. We have these decorated pieces that are going to be on the front of the card here. So we're going to put those in the middle in front of this slit that's right there. Okay. Then we have our sentiment panel, and on the opposite side, which is the front, you can decorate that. Or in this case, I just left it plain. And then these are the pieces that will be on the bottom. I think it's important to decorate the bottom because, you know, when they arrive, they're going to arrive like this. So you're not going to want to see ugliness. Okay. So make sure all of your pieces on your base fold back and forth easily. You know, easily. We want it to be very flexible so that it gives and goes. Okay. To save you some time and trouble, I've gone ahead and completed both the front and the back of paper piecing. It goes together very easily. I will say that if you put down some of your larger base pieces first, and I'll put up a little photograph of that here, that it makes it easier then to add the pieces on top. All right. Also, on this, you'll notice that there's a bottom piece here that has nothing. And that's because that is what is sliding up and down here. Do you see how that works? All right, so that nothing is right in here. Because of that, you don't want to slide everything to the bottom. So when you're putting your pieces on, you can see on the back here, there are some very small indents here, and then there's also some, or a little cutout right up here, and those are to help you place your elements. So you know that this big rectangle right here is going to end up at the bottom of this, and you'll know that this piece right here is going to go right there where that little bump is. Okay, so that makes that super simple. Now let's go ahead and attach these together back to back, which is pretty basic, just gluing. Let's get a little bit up there. Now on my original card, I used cardstock with a white core, and I wasn't so happy that some of that showed. You know, I think if it's with the grays or the darks, you can use whatever paper you want. I just really didn't like the white core on this one. For a base, I thought it made a nicer solid core. All right, and if you get a couple areas that maybe don't line up quite as well, it's okay, because it makes a nice shadow layer. All right, so now we have front and back already. All right, so what we're going to do, this down here is going to be our front, because this is where our sentiment panel is. So we've already determined that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and gently slide it up. It's going to be facing, this is it, all right? And I'm just going to kind of leave it there hanging out. Okay, so now we have this slid up inside of here. This is the front, all right? I'm going to take this piece, which I know is the back because I've already put the sentiment panel there, and I'm going to bring it around and just kind of flip it over, all right? So this is our back piece, and I am going to remove the double-sided adhesive to expose that. Now we have that stuff exposed, we're going to have to be a little more careful. Okay, so remember, this is the front, this is the back, and I have it slid through, and I'm going to leave it in, but I'm going to bring this piece, this house piece, all the way down to the end where the adhesive is. I'm going to center it, and there we go. Okay, so you can see from the side, it's kind of hanging on there. It's just hanging on. So now we're going to take this piece off. This is the front. I'm going to kind of fold that under, all right? Bring it down and match these up as closely as I can, because once I put this down, we all know that that double-sided adhesive is going to really stick. Okay, there we go, and you can see in the middle what I did there. All right, so it's sandwiched, so the house is sandwiched between the two end pieces, and there we are. Okay, now that we have this all done, there's one more thing. I do have these little paths. I think you're going to really enjoy putting these together. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment box below, and I'll be sure to take a look at that. I've really enjoyed doing this, and I hope that you will too. Thank you so much. Please hit the subscribe and the like button, and I will see you the next time. Bye.